Cody Rhodes' heel turn is in the works, massive plans rumored for SmackDown. Triple H breaks up a faction amid rising tensions on WWE SmackDown. Saraya aka Paige makes a plea to Stephanie McMahon. Batista has a major project in the works. An update on a WWE legend charged with allegedly murdering his wife. Hulk Hogan undergoes neck surgery. Vince McMahon is not happy with the current state of WWE. Carmella's unexpected comments working with Vince McMahon. Carmella Hurt by WWE. Let's dive right in. Massive plans rumored for SmackDown. WWE Backlash in St. Louis delivered epic matches, with Jeff Cobb's debut and John Cena beating Randy Orton to keep his undisputed WWE Championship. This week's SmackDown is the first since Backlash, so expect big moments as the fallout unfolds and the road to SNME and Money in the Bank begins. Here are 5 things that might happen on this week's SmackDown. Number 1. Naomi steps away from SmackDown. Naomi's been locked in a heated rivalry with Jade Cargill since Jade stormed back at Elimination Chamber. They clashed at WrestleMania where Jade came out on top. Fed up with Jade's dominance, Naomi might decide to take a break from SmackDown to clear her head. A few years back, Jey Uso did the same when he walked away from SmackDown to escape the Bloodline's chaos. Naomi could follow Jay's lead and announce her sabbatical on the show. Number 2. Solo Sikoa grows the Bloodline. Jeff Cobb stunned everyone at Backlash by debuting during the US title match, helping Jacob Fatu keep his championship and joining the Bloodline. On this week's SmackDown, Solo Sikoa might reveal yet another new member to strengthen his faction. Rumors point to Hikuleo, a real-life family member who's said to have signed with WWE, stepping into the spotlight. Number 3. Alexa Bliss targets the US Championship. Alexa Bliss made her long-awaited return last week on SmackDown, teaming with Zelina Vega to take on Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Now, Alexa might set her sights on Zelina's Women's United States Championship. She could confront Zelina, maybe even attack her, setting up a heated title match down the line. Number 4. R-Truth demands answers from John Cena. At Backlash, John Cena defended his undisputed WWE Championship against Randy Orton. Randy was close to winning, but R-Truth's interference distracted him, costing him the match. After the show, Truth tried to congratulate Cena at the press conference, only for Cena to hit him with an attitude adjustment. On SmackDown, Truth could step up and call out Cena for attacking him in St. Louis. Number 5. Travis Scott makes a comeback. Travis Scott shocked the world at WrestleMania, helping John Cena secure his 17th World Championship. He hasn't appeared on WWE since, but this week's SmackDown could see his big return. Travis might show up to team up with Cena as his new ally. Cena's recent cryptic Instagram post has fans whispering that Travis Scott's comeback is near. Triple H breaks up a faction amid rising tensions on WWE SmackDown. Triple H has been working hard to keep SmackDown exciting, but the show's been losing its spark lately. To shake things up, he might be ready to tear apart a fan-favorite group on the Blue brand as tensions boil over. Legado del Fantasma could be on the verge of collapsing soon. For months, Santos Escobar has been slamming Humberto, and Angel Garza, for their constant losses. Things got heated last week on SmackDown when Berto pushed Escobar and stormed off after another scolding for a defeat. It was a clear sign the group's unity is cracking. Angel Garza's also been showing frustration with Santos's harsh treatment over the past few months. If Berto walks away, Garza's likely to follow. This storyline could add a fresh twist to Legado del Fantasma's journey in WWE. Plus, Garza and Berto are super talented, and breaking free from the faction could open new paths for them on SmackDown. It'd also give Santos Escobar a chance to shine on his own with a solo push. While it's an exciting idea, we'll have to wait and see what Triple H's creative team has planned for this drama. If Los Garza, Berto, and Angel split from Santos, their future would be up in the air. They're an awesome tag team, but haven't made a big mark on the roster yet, so Triple H might decide to put them in a new group. He could form a fan-friendly trio with Humberto, Angel Garza, and Andrade. Over the past few months, Andrade's had run-ins with the 2 Legado del Fantasma stars, dropping hints he wants to team up. His words even seemed to spark Berto's clash with Santos last week. There's a good chance Triple H might pair Andrade with Los Garza, creating a strong trio to light up SmackDown's mid-card division. This move could also be a fresh start for Andrade, who's been stuck in the background on the Blue brand lately. It all comes down to what Triple H has up his sleeve. Saraya aka Paige makes a plea to Stephanie McMahon. Saraya, once known as Paige in WWE, is stirring talk of a comeback after her AEW contract ended. The former star recently spoke about Stephanie McMahon while rumors swirl about her next move. Saraya left WWE in 2022 when her contract ran out and joined AEW as a wrestler. After retiring in 2018 due to neck injuries, the two-time Divas champion got the green light to compete again in AEW, even snagging the Women's World Championship in 2023. Now a free agent, the Anti-Diva is being tipped for a WWE return. But on the Women's Wrestling Talk podcast, she shared she's also eyeing acting and thinks Stephanie McMahon's life deserves a movie. I would like Stephanie to get a movie. I feel like her life is extremely interesting. I'm sure she's been through a lot. She's seen a lot. She's had some amazing things in her life too. I feel like that would be a very interesting movie, the former WWE star said. A WWE return wouldn't be a shock. Stars like Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Aleister Black, and Rusev have left for AEW and come back. Adding to the buzz, Saraya said on the same podcast she's planning to wrestle again soon and will train at Natalya and TJ Wilson's Dungeon 2.0. I need to train. That's what I need. I need that moment where I can spend a few months with Natty and go to a training school and really get myself back. Because I feel like I never fully got myself there, and I'm just like, I need Natty to help me with that. So I'm excited. I'm gonna go there this year. I'm gonna go over to the dungeon with her, and she's going to help me find myself again, the 32-year-old said. Saraya's last match was October 8th, 2024, when she came up short in a fatal four-way to earn a shot at the AEW Women's World title. Batista has a major project in the works. Former WWE star Batista is diving into a huge project outside the ring. He's set to lead in a new action flick hitting theaters later this year. The multi-time world champion has become a major player in Hollywood, best known for playing Drax in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, including massive hits like Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. Deadline reports that Dave Batista will star in Trap House, an action movie marking the debut theatrical release for Aura Entertainment, a new U.S. film distributor. The film is slated for November 14th, and Batista's own company, Dogbone Entertainment, is helping produce it. The movie is centered on a team of elite DEA agents whose rebellious teenage children use their parents' own tactics, surveillance, infiltration, and non-lethal weapons to rob a ruthless drug cartel, according to Deadline. Per Deadline, Michael Dowse is directing, with the script penned by Gary Scott Thompson and Tom O'Connor. The cast also features Jack Champion, Sophia Lillis, Tony Dalton, Whitney Peake, Kate Del Castillo, Zaire Adams, and Bobby Cannavale. Batista shared that he's thrilled about the project and had a blast filming it. I am excited to share this film with audiences. It has been a true labor of love, and my co-stars will blow you away. We had such a great time making it, and I can't wait for families to see it in theaters, said Bautista. The report notes that Aura Entertainment plans to snap up more films, aiming to release 10 to 15 titles yearly, mixing third-party projects with ones backed by its investors, like Trap House. An update on a WWE legend charged with allegedly murdering his wife. A major update has emerged in the case of a WWE legend accused of murdering his wife, with new details about the legal process coming to light. Billy Jack Haynes was charged with second-degree murder and unlawful use of a weapon in the death of his wife, Jan Becraft, who was killed in February 2024. Authorities were alerted to the shooting at 9:52 a.m. Haynes pleaded not guilty, with a trial originally set for December. The medical examiner confirmed Jan died from a homicide by gunshot wound. Haynes was arrested after being released from a hospital, where he was treated following the incident. Now, Fox 12 reports that Haynes has been ordered to undergo further evaluation at Oregon State Hospital, a process that could take 1 to 3 years. He's been deemed unfit to stand trial for now, halting all legal proceeding. Neighbors were stunned by the news, describing the couple as beloved in their tight-knit community. A great community around here. A lot of veteran. My dad's a vet as well, and so is Billy. I did love him dearly, and we love John as well. It's a tragedy all around. The outcome of this heartbreaking case remains uncertain. Hulk Hogan undergoes neck surgery. Hulk Hogan is back in action after another operation. The 71-year-old WWE legend had a little fusion procedure on his neck this week to ease some pain, according to TMZ. Even though he went under the knife on Wednesday, Hogan was back to work the very next day, with his rep calling it a quick turnaround. This surgery is just one of many for Hogan, who's faced a ton of procedures over the years. On Impulsive with Logan Paul in 2024, he shared the toll on his body, saying, "I've had 10 back surgeries, both knees and both hips replaced, shoulders, everything." From 2014 to 2024, Hogan went through at least 25 surgeries, including spinal fusions and joint replacements. He said his back operations were especially tough, with doctors fusing several discs to keep his spine stable. Still, Hogan keeps pushing forward. He recently teamed up with Eric Bischoff to launch Real American Freestyle, a new amateur wrestling league set to kick off on August 30th in Cleveland, Ohio. Hogan's determined to make it a hit, but with his long history of surgeries, can his body handle the grind of running a wrestling promotion? Will this neck surgery hold him back? Or will the Hulkster show he's still unstoppable? Vince McMahon is not happy with the current state of WWE. Vince McMahon, the former WWE chairman and CEO, stepped away from the company in 2022 and 2024, leaving a controversial legacy, while he's now a much wealthier man. For Vince, it was never just about the money. He poured everything into making WWE a sports entertainment powerhouse, but he was known for his strict, unyielding approach. That's a stark contrast to the Triple H era, where the creative process feels more open and flexible. Now, word has leaked about what Vince really thinks of WWE today. On the Coach and Bro Show, Jonathan Coachman dropped a bombshell claiming McMahon isn't pleased with the company's current path. So, I also got some other information, Vince Russo, concerning Vince McMahon, and he is not happy with things that are going on currently in WWE, as you can imagine, he said. It's easy to guess why. Vince might like the huge profits rolling in, but he was always set in his ways. He'd rather earn a penny his way than a fortune someone else's way. Carmella's unexpected comments working with Vince McMahon. Carmella is looking back on her WWE days, where she worked closely with Vince McMahon as SmackDown Women's Champion and Money in the Bank winner. In a chat with Sports Illustrated's Zach Haydorn, she shared how great it was to work with McMahon, calling it a really positive time. "I loved working with Vince, I really did," Carmella said. "All of that, everything, the noise that has happened, that aside, my personal experience with Vince was nothing but positive. He was always so open to anything that I would have to suggest. Or if I had questions or concerns, I could always go to him and he would always make time for the talent." Carmella gave McMahon credit for being super involved in her famous Money in the Bank promo, saying, "He was so specific about what he wanted me to do in this promo. Look here, do this, talk about this. He was awesome to work with." She also mentioned how she came up with the idea to team up with James Ellsworth, and McMahon supported it after seeing their spark on screen. "I had crazy ideas, and Vince is known for crazy ideas. He goes for it," she added. "Sometimes I would go to him and be like, no, that's not gonna work. At least I try, and I think he respected that about me." Carmella's WWE contract wasn't renewed in early 2025, ending her nearly 10-year run with the company. Meanwhile, Vince McMahon stepped down from TKO WWE after a January 2024 lawsuit by former employee Janelle Grant, who accused him and John Laurinaitis of sexual assault and sex trafficking, claims McMahon has denied. Carmella Hurt by WWE. Carmella is getting real about leaving WWE, sharing that the end of her 12-year run left her feeling hurt and let down. In a talk with Sports Illustrated, the former SmackDown Women's Champion opened up about feeling ignored, even after being part of huge moments like the first Women's Royal Rumble and Money in the Bank. "I was upset. I really was upset, and I was hurt by how it went down because I feel like I was always a company girl. I did what was asked of me," Carmella said. "I was with the company for 12 years, and I always did what was asked of me." Carmella admitted the way things ended still sting. "I felt hurt that it happened the way it did because it's not like I was just some chick who stepped in for a couple years and did a couple things and then left. I really was there for a while," she explained. But she's ready to turn the page. "I feel like I was under that umbrella for so long that I'm so excited to explore and see what else is out there," she added. Looking back, Carmella hopes her hard work will be remembered. "I think over time it will hit me. And I think it will also hit the fans in the WWE universe, my contribution to this business, and to know what I gave to this company and the things that I did," she said. Carmella's WWE departure in early 2022 caught many off guard. Despite her long career and key roles in historic matches, her contract wasn't renewed. It marked the end of a 12-year journey that took her from an NXT valet to a SmackDown Women's Champion. Cody Rhodes' heel turn is in the works. WWE had big plans to flip Cody Rhodes into a bad guy earlier this year, but those ideas fell through. Instead, John Cena shocked everyone by turning heel at Elimination Chamber, teaming up with The Rock. Cody stayed a good guy, and it seems he'll keep that role for a while. Reports say WWE pitched a heel turn where Cody would sell his soul to The Rock, but Cody pushed back, pointing to his huge fan support, hot-selling merchandise, and strong ticket sales as reasons to stay a hero. On The Pat McAfee Show, The Rock admitted he was all in on the storyline, curious about how fans would react to Cody going dark. "When it comes to giving me your soul, that is what you want, not what the final boss wants," The Rock said. So now we go into Elimination Chamber with this idea. Will Cody Rhodes sell his soul to the final boss? My thought at the time was it was a litmus test to find out, in my opinion, how will fans respond if Cody sold his soul to the final boss. Let's get a temperature check on this. The Rock said fans were into the idea of Cody selling his soul, but he felt it wasn't the right time to make him a heel. Not turning Cody heel soon, but eventually down the line, I like the idea because Cody is a smart guy and a ring general, he said. I think this idea of you giving him a reason to turn way down the road, not based on titles, but on his soul and what that means, affects generations and transcends pro wrestling, and fans were loving it. Despite The Rock's excitement, WWE has no plans to turn Cody heel anytime soon, according to Fightful Select. The company wants to keep him as a top good guy all year, with solid storylines to back him up. Those that we asked about it said that they didn't want to put too much of a spotlight on the situation shortly after Rock's interview, but that a number of people were against the idea of turning Cody Rhodes heel, noting his heavy contributions to the company's ticketing and merchandise success. For now, Cody Rhodes is staying the good guy, but with The Rock still teasing the sell your soul idea, anything could happen down the road. Will WWE eventually make the American Nightmare a villain, or keep riding his hero wave?